My Uber driver spent the whole ride insulting me in his native tongue, so I left him speechless in 2 languages. I'd just moved to Chicago from Romania, where I'd spent 2 years in a tiny village learning the language. Not classroom Romanian, but the real stuff, complete with regional dialect and curse words. One day I ordered an Uber to my first job interview since moving back and saw the driver's name was Andre. I was excited to test out my Romanian, but when he pulled up looking pissed off, jaw clenched, scowling at his phone, I decided to just get in quietly like any other passenger. As soon as we started driving, he kept chatting on speakerphone like I wasn't even there. Fine, maybe he was having a bad day. So I just settled in listening to his conversation drift between complaints about traffic and his cousin's wedding drama. Normal stuff. Then his friend asked how much longer he had to drive. Few hours. Got someone in the car now. His eyes flicked to the rearview mirror and caught mine for a second. That's when his tone shifted. God, I hate this country. The women here are so fat and ugly. That hit me like a truck, but I kept my face neutral while I stared out the window like I didn't understand, because it turned out he was far from done. At least this one has nice tits. But why can't she lose weight? His friend laughed. Andre kept going, gesturing with one hand while navigating traffic. She dresses nice and puts on makeup like it'll help. It's like putting lipstick on a pig. I'd heard worse in Romania because the old ladies there had no filter about weight. But this felt different. Meaner. He was enjoying himself. You know what's funny? He switched lanes aggressively. These ones order Uber because they're too lazy to walk. If they walked, maybe they'd lose weight. He glanced at me in the mirror again, saw me looking at my phone and smirked. Actually smirked and said, "This one's probably going to a restaurant to eat her feelings." That was the moment I stopped giving him the benefit of the doubt and decided to let him dig his own grave. I opened the Uber app and added a $10 tip while he was still driving. The notification popped up on his phone mount and his eyes lit up. "The stupid cow gave me a good tip," he told his friend. "Americans are idiots." Perfect. I gripped my venti iced coffee tighter, the condensation making my palm wet. I knew exactly what would destroy him. Not just embarrassment, but lasting paranoia. I'd wait until the perfect moment to use his own arrogance against him. 3 more blocks. 2 more blocks. He kept talking, describing what he imagined I ate for breakfast and how many cats I probably had. His friend was cackling now. He made one more remark. "Look at her sitting there like a blob. Probably hasn't seen her feet in years." Then finally we pulled up to my destination, and this was it. This was my moment to shine. I say, "Can you pull over here, please?" In perfect Romanian, not classroom Romanian, but the exact regional dialect from the rural area where I'd lived. Street Romanian. His Romanian. I've never seen blood drain from someone's face that fast. His mouth fell open. The phone slipped from his hand and clattered onto the center console. His friend's voice kept coming through the speakerphone. "Andre? What happened? Andre?" I opened the door, but before getting out, I turned back and looked him dead in the eyes and said, "You're fat and ugly too, by the way, and I can see my feet just fine. Can you even see your dong when you pee?" Still in that perfect regional accent. Then when I started to get out of the car, oops, my hand slipped. 20 ounces of iced coffee exploded across his back seat. Ice cubes scattered. Caramel syrup seeped into the fabric. He just sat there frozen with coffee dripping onto the floor mats. His face had gone from white to red to a shade I'd never seen before, somewhere between purple and green. I stood on the curb, meeting his horrified stare through the window. I then told him, "Oh, and I'm adjusting your tip to match your personality. 0." I walked into my interview building without looking back, but I could feel him still sitting there paralyzed. Sometimes when I'm having a bad day, I think about Andre vacuuming coffee out of his car seats, paranoid that every passenger might secretly understand Romanian. That thought tastes even sweeter than the coffee I spilled.